Good morning. It is Tuesday and we are stepping off on the Mount Yale Trail in the Collegiate Peaks Wilderness. And we figure we have about 2 miles to find a good campsite where we'll set up and climb Mount Yale tomorrow. So super exciting, pumped to be here, and we'll see you at the campsite. Hello, Ms. Peyton. It is your mom and dad, and we have arrived at our campsite, which is at like 11,200 feet or something. But we survived. And we were just talking about how much we like our rain pants because it's been raining pretty much the entire time we've been here, which has only been a couple of hours, but we're having a good time. But we're super thankful for you and your sound advice to get rain pants. But here's our little dinner situation tucked under a tree. I think we have chicken and biscuit, and then like apple pie. But we're doing well. We love you.
We're doing great. We love you.
I'll just show you our tents real quick. Mom is in the white tent on the left. I'm in the green one. And we've already decided that 2 single-person tents was a bad idea because we miss each other. And we've been hanging out in the tents for like the last couple of hours because of how much it's been raining. But here's our setup. They're very cool. They both done very well in the rain because it's been pouring. All right, love you. Morning. It is 4:53. We had a pretty good night's sleep and we're about to step off to climb Mount Yale. Super exciting. It's very dark. It's very early, but we're dedicated. Vacation. We are moving. We're about 30 minutes into our hike to Mount Yale. We're at about 11,500 feet and the sun is just starting to come up.
Hi.
All right, we are officially above tree line, about 12,500 feet. Amazing. Thinking we're about 800 feet from the summit. Slow but steady. Just incredible. I think it's like 8 a.m. So our weather window to summit should be great. Behold.
Behold.
Making our way. So pretty. Just talked to a couple of guys that had summited and said the weather's looking pretty good. I think that's the summit. Can just barely see some people scrambling, which I think is the last couple hundred meters or so. I'm gonna get whited out by the sun, but so summit, ridge line down to the left. That should all be scrambling. Slowly but surely, we're making it. Made it to the summit of Mount Yale. Woo! There's Harvard and Columbia, where we may be in 2 days. Back down there is Buena Vista. Just gorgeous. It's a little hazy, but otherwise the weather is quite good. Shouldn't have any issues with rain, knock on wood.
Whoop whoop. Hi.
Say hi. Hi, Peyton.
Hi, Peyton. We love you.
We made it. Super
made it.
excited to be here. It was, yeah, it was hard,
It was hard.
but awesome. Felt well prepared for it. And here we are.
We love you, sweet pea. We miss you.
As I pick my nose. Slowly coming down off the summit. Supermom.
Going down is a little bit easier.
Made it back to tree line. Coming off the summit. Say we probably have about an hour and a half to go. Beautiful day. Got really lucky. I'm sure it's gonna rain this afternoon, but at that point we can be in our tents. Great day. Hey, chose, angels. We are about a mile from camp, and I'm recording this because we hiked all of this very early this morning in the pitch black. So just as some perspective with our headlamps on. So it was very cool, but nice seeing the daylight. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. It is day 3. We're at our base camp. Just had breakfast.
Delightful.
Yesterday we climbed Mount Yale, so we're feeling that today a bit. And we're thinking that we're going to hike to Lake Cronky, I think is what it's called. And yeah, hopefully be able to jump in the water, soak our legs, and relax a bit, have a nice lunch. Be somewhat of an easy day. So yeah, day 3, doing well.
Whoop whoop.
Bye.
Bye.
We are at Hagerstein Lake. That's Mount Yale in the distance. Came up here for lunch. I tried to go swimming and it was a bad experience. A lot of sharp rocks. But here we are on this little campsite having lunch. Incroyable. Yeah, it looks pretty intimidating from here. We crushed it. You can see it's those last switchbacks that we did were just straight up. Crazy. Hi, Peyton.
Hello.
Hello, YouTube.
Smash that subscribe button.
We, let's see, it's Wednesday night, and today we did a day hike to Lake Hardenstein, and we passed a little old lady who was probably like 70 and hiking by herself, which was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And then we got settled on the side of the lake to start putting lunch together, and saw way on the other side of the lake that there was a guy completely naked, just hanging out. And so that was exciting.
One with nature.
Tomorrow we're hiking up to the Brown Pass, which is on the Continental Divide. So that'll be pretty cool. But love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Headed Browns Pass. About 2 miles, 1,000 vertical feet to go. What do you have to say about that?
Pretty pumped.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Making our way to Brown Pass. Huffing and puffing a bit, but feeling strong. And you just can't beat these views. Last little bit to Browns Pass. Very, very cool. I'm gonna pause here so that Katie can catch up and we can summit together. Power through. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cow. This was worth every step. Unreal. So cool. We made it. Still at Brown Pass on the Continental Divide, and we saw this cool scramble up to that little no-name peak. So we're gonna go do that. Looks awesome. It's 10:30, plenty of time. Lots of juice in the tank. See you at the top. All right, we are on top of that no-name peak that we saw from Brown Pass. Pretty cool little hike up here. That's Harvard way off in the distance, which was supposed to be the first 14er that we climbed, but had to change our whole plan because the road was washed out to the trailhead. But just incredible. That's all.
Gear review. All right. What have you loved on this trip?
My tent. It's awesome, brand new, single person tent. I also like my trekking poles. Those are cool, very helpful.
Sorry, there's a hummingbird.
There's a hummingbird. It's Nana. She's flying over us. Very happy with my red jacket. Oh yeah, and my shoes. These are approach shoes that I wasn't sure were going to provide enough support for 9 hours on Mount Yale, but they've been perfect. And my purpose for getting these was the Grand, because I should be able to climb the upper Exum route in them and not have to bring climbing shoes. So I'm super happy about it. Yeah, food's been pretty good. Chicken and dumplings.
For the win.
Killer.
Definitely our favorite. All right, my gear review. I really like my tent. I think the only thing I don't love about it is I wish I could like sit up in it in the middle of it. Instead, the only way I can like sit up fully is if I'm like right at the door, which that's the only one thing I don't love about it. But otherwise, it's great. Single person tent. I love my shoes. Ultra shoes, which I learned
Thanks,
about.
Cody and Victoria.
I learned about from Cody and Victoria, like for real.
YouTube shout out.
Yeah. And I also really like these pants. Patagonia pants. I haven't really taken them off. I think they've lost a little bit of like structure over the last 3 days, but I haven't taken them off, so I feel like that's okay.
I think we will have ended up with too much food, but that primarily being just like protein bars and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the meals have all worked out well. But that's definitely, once we get out of here tomorrow, we're getting picked up at 10 at the Denny Creek Trailhead. We'll kind of evaluate what food was left over because our food bag was super heavy.
I have actually been very happy with the amount of what I brought all said and done. Not too much.
What I've realized, because I have the hat that I just mentioned, I have long underwear bottoms, and I don't need either of those because for the most part when it's really cold out, you're in your sleeping bag. Yeah. So I'm definitely going to slim down a lot on warm layers. So that's all. That's our thoughts. We'll definitely have more once we get out of the field tomorrow.
Are we influencers yet?
Smash that like button. Good morning.
Morning.
It is Saturday morning and we are pulling out of the field. We're going to go meet Robert at the trailhead. He's going to be thrilled to see us and be thrilled that we lived because he was pretty certain that we were going to be eaten by a mountain lion or a bear, which, we still have an hour to go, but that hasn't happened yet, so we should be good. But awesome trip, and we can't wait to get into cell phone service so we can let Sanborn know that we are alive and they can tell Ms. Payton. But thanks for coming along.
Bye.